Hello and welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I am joined by...
The gruesome twosome.
No, this
never
is more
call
than
us that again.
No.
Never
The gruesome twosome is what we call just Dylan and I whenever you're not around.
Yeah, no, that's also
I thought we were
still
the
gross.
dynamic duo.
No, we've called each other the gruesome twosome a handful of times.
I hate this so much.
I'm just fucking
Everything
with you.
about
It's
this.
fine.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. We got the whole band together, and we are watching the first Christmas movie of the season.
Yeah.
But, you know, and not really, though.
It is a Christmas movie. It ends on Christmas Day with them all gathered around a fire looking at Christmas news.
I'm not
isn't
saying it's
Christmas,
not
I
a
don't know
Christmas
what it is.
movie.
I'm saying it's a terrifying Christmas movie.
Yes,
That's
I'm just
okay.
saying it is a horror movie for a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's a horror Christmas movie.
Right.
Chris Moore movie.
I'm
here too, by the way.
Movies.
I forgot to mention I'm here, but I'm talking.
Yes,
Yes.
welcome to the show.
The familiar faces that you know and love.
Ethan, in case you haven't been around here, well, this is a podcast we do where we sit down and we talk about
In
movies.
case you. Oh, really?
This is actually
I
your
didn't-
first real
Yeah.
episode. The others were just flukes.
They were all practice runs.
Yeah, all
we
practice
didn't,
runs
We didn't
for the real-
upload any of the other ones. This
No,
is the first uploaded
In
episode.
fact, every
Okay.
bit of dialogue you've lent us is
Okay.
just little clipped together lines I've taken from your daily life.
Oh, by
Yes.
now, after episode 2, you would probably have enough swear words to just to fill
yeah.
my dialogue and just work with it.
I can make you say whatever I want.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can
We own you.
with 2, maybe 3 episodes tops, you could probably take every word you
Right.
would need from me and crop it into an almost half believable sentence for me. I
Right.
talk fast though, so maybe you need more than that.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I can throw all the audio into some sort of AI, and they can construct it for me at this point.
I'm pretty sure it's not
Yeah.
that hard. The future is now. It's not hard to be whoever you want to be, and I mean that honestly.
Right.
You can just. It's not hard.
Right. Well.
Gremlins.
We watched Gremlins.
We watched
There were 3 rules with the Gremlins, and all of them were broken within the first 4 hours of owning them. I think
4
definitely
hours.
within the first 12.
Yeah.
When the first 12 of them being purchased, every single rule was broken, and now we had an epidemic.
I
on
didn't
our
actually
hands.
think about that, but the movie starts off like on Christmas Eve
Mm-hmm.
and then finishes on Christmas morning, I think.
I thought that was Christmas Day night. Is what I thought that was. I thought that was Christmas night.
No, I believe that.
Is that the morning news?
I think the yes, I believe that the film starts off on December 23rd and the nighttime, and then of course they sleep, and then of course like the brunt of the movie is in
On Christmas
Eve, and then of course like
Which means that within 24 hours, the entire city not
Yes.
only died, but also got leveled to the ground,
Right.
and the epidemic was stopped
Yeah.
Right.
by, I'm guessing, a 14-year-old. That seemed like that was his first
Maybe.
kiss. Good job, Billy, by the way.
Good job.
What a
Yeah.
Chad, man.
Way
He
to
got
go,
shot by
Billy.
he got shot by an arrow for that first kiss, but I'll never forget it. You
Yeah,
know,
a little mini crossbow did him in.
dude, that was awesome.
His lady's name was Katie.
I legitimately kept forgetting her name because it was said
Yeah.
very seldom times, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Billy's girlfriend.
That's the lady.
That's Billy's lady crush.
I want you to.
I named Gizmo Gizzy. So,
I did not know this until just now. I'm looking up the cast list. Dylan, if you know this, please don't answer this question.
yeah, shut up.
Okay.
I want you to guess who voiced the Gremlins, and you will never believe this.
I couldn't even guess. It's
Do you know the answer to this, Dylan?
No.
Oh, buddy.
Hmm.
Can you just? I do
do not have
I
a
know.
guess.
I just want. Can Dylan? Can you just throw out a random?
I don't.
name?
I always forget voice actors' names. The only one
Someone that you would not even imagine.
I know,
Let's see.
the only one I know. What's his name?
You mean the guy who?
Liam O'Brien is the only voice actor. I know.
Liam O'Brien.
Liam O'Brien. He was in. He played Yasuo in League of Legends, but more importantly, he was in.
He's in everything. He's all kinds of anime.
I know, but more importantly, there's an anime. The one that we watched, the huge one, the most important one, Space.
The big, huge one.
Red Line, I think he was in.
No. It was the drills. I just forgot the name of it.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. I knew
Lagann.
it was for some reason it slipped from my head.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann, my favorite anime ever. And he was in that, in a very good role in that too, I believe. Unless I think of
Right.
someone else.
I think you're thinking of someone else.
I think because he was another big name voice actor, but I don't think it was Liam O'Brien.
Nah.
I have to check it now. Still, he was in a lot of things.
I thought you were going to say Jeff Goldblum because I was what you were going to say.
No,
before.
Jeff Goldblum, is he a voice actor too?
No. I
was
mean,
like-
I think he voice acts something.
Yeah, I'm stumped.
I'm just gonna pull the rug out from underneath you. It's Howie Mandel. Are you
fucking
serious?
from
Dude.
from what is that game show he did on a handful of years ago?
Howie Mandel.
Truth or Smash or Pass, whatever it's called. Deal or No Deal. That's what it was.
Smash or Pass.
I forgot what it was
Oh
called.
my god.
It was close enough.
Oh, Smash or Pass, dude. I want that to be a real game show.
I don't even. I'm pretty sure it's a real thing. Yeah,
Oh,
this movie
wow.
came out in 1984. So
Damn.
middle of the 80s, and it felt like it. It
Mhm.
felt like a solid 80s movie through
Oh,
and
yeah.
through. It had just that vibe and that air about it.
It was fire.
Yeah,
had
it was
the
really
look.
good.
It talked the talk, walked the walk.
Yeah, it had the animatronics and everything, or the
Mhm.
puppets that kind of just make it feel a little
Practical effects.
weird, but also endearing and kind of cool. But yeah, I thought this was a
rip snorting good time.
I thought it was going to be a lot more lighthearted.
Oh, no.
I was kind of like I was strapping myself in for like a Goonies type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like harmless adventure and fun. It may get a little dicey or like comedic.
But nothing
But-
crazy.
yeah, but
or
nothing
dire
crazy.
happening.
Yeah,
Nothing
and if
actually
they're-
horrifying.
And if there is like a death of a villain of some kind, it's usually like theoretical
Right.
or like by some accident where it's like, oh my
Handled with
gosh.
some sort of brevity. It's like,
yeah,
oh, they're just
yeah.
hurt. They're not
right.
dead.
Yeah, he bonked his head and he may be unconscious
No,
or
not,
dead.
not just absolutely ripped into
Oh my
shreds.
god, dude! I can't even speak straight. I can't even get my words together. Do you guys want
gremlin in your brain?
to? Do you guys want to guess what the the two genres of this movie is considered?
Christmas and something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Christmas and horror.
It's actually horror and comedy.
Oh, okay. See,
That's-
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's very interesting. But
I had a few laughs.
it is PG.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
People fucking die in this movie.
there is some like pretty traumatic
PG.
gore
Yeah, it
You
was.
see a gremlin get fucking
thrown
mixed
into a
up-
blender.
Yes, thrown into a microwave, and,
And to make matters even worse, or better, however you look at it,
Stabbed to
one
death.
gets stabbed to death, and the
Yes.
other one gets thrown into a microwave and set on high
yeah,
for God knows how long. You watch it explode.
He explodes for sure.
PG.
I will say this. Let me get this out there while I can. I thought.
No,
the
sorry,
mom-
it's Sam Rigel who voiced.
Sam Riegel. Yeah.
Yeah, he voiced this character. That was it.
Yeah,
But I
Yeah.
recognized his voice too. But there's someone else who's Liam O'Brien. Oh, I think Liam O'Brien did Gaara. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
in Naruto.
Liam O'Brien, Sam Riegel, and like Matt Mercer. They all do the Critical Role stuff. So they're
Yeah.
like also very famous voice actors in mini games, and they're a lot of fun to listen
I
to.
for some reason get Sam and Liam mixed up because they're both like my favorite voice actors that are in everything.
Oh yes, exactly.
So,
I follow Sam Riegel on Instagram, and his and I thought it's very funny. His username is Ram Siegel.
I think that this is what began us mixing up.
yeah.
we've had such a good time with that.
Oh yeah. Recently, we've been just
With that
mixing up
bit.
the first letters of words and having a fun
It's
time with it.
Not hard at all either.
Yeah,
It's absolutely third grade humor, and I love it.
Podcast.
100% third grade humor. Oh man, third grade humor. See, you just can't.
Third-grade humor.
You just can't.
Oh man, it's
You can't
perfect.
lose.
We've hit the peak. This is about all that you can expect from us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's downhill from here, or uphill depending on how easily
fart jokes.
yeah,
and-
easily you are annoyed.
right. Stop it.
We found a piano noise for our
Yeah.
At least the
soundboard.
closest we could find to one.
And
Right.
now we have a piano noise.
Anyways,
It's killing me.
to wrap up what I was saying, there was at one point in time whenever we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let me go ahead and back up before I get to this climactic moment for this character.
Don't we always?
Yes, we always get a little ahead of ourselves.
No, I think we bounce.
Yeah.
If you want the full, if you want the in-depth Gremlins lore, how about
Do
you watch
not
the movie
come
yourself?
listen to us.
Damn.
We're not here to give you the lore. We're here to tell you if the movie's good and worth watching or not. And I think
Right.
it is.
It is, for sure.
Well,
Within 6 minutes, I got straight to the point. You should watch the movie.
so we have our young boy. What was his name? Billy.
Billy.
Good old Billy.
Billy is just a young boy.
Absolute Chad.
He tries his best. He's
A bouncing
driving.
baby bank worker
Exactly. He works at a bank with a smoking hot babe that's like his friend.
named Katie.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he is
Billy's girlfriend. She's cool.
he's trying to get with her a whole
She's
bunch.
an absolute Chad of a character too. She's actually better. She's a cooler character than Billy. She's my favorite character in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
Being honest.
I like that our little like antagonist guy didn't last very long in that in that scene where he kind of was like, "I'm just better than you, and I'm going places."
I like how you walked
yeah,
away. That's the way you should
Gerald.
do it.
Yeah.
That's the way you should do it. You just got to be like, neat. and move on.
Gerald. That's a
Bitch, I hope he got mauled by gremlins.
probably so.
Gerald.
The whole town's basically dead.
I'm gonna have to apologize in advance for ostracizing more of our audience than I already have. But if your name Gerald's an asshole name, I'm saying it now.
Come on.
If your name's
Let's not
Gerald
say
out there,
that.
I'm sorry. You might not be an asshole,
What
but
about,
right
what-
now,
But what if he's like a nice Jerry?
Yeah.
no,
Or
because
Jeremy.
For reasons I cannot describe, Jerry is no longer on my list. In fact, Jerry's
Damn.
worse than Gerald.
Damn.
For things
like you,
explicit.
Jerry.
Unless he's paired with a Tom.
Nice. If you're here with a Tom, you're a cool Jerry. I'm just saying, there's a specific Jerry in our city, and we're done here.
Say no more.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, Gerald. That just seems like a dick name.
But okay, so anyways,
Oh my god.
he's trying his best. He's making money. You know, his dad again is almost like. I was kind of confused at the start of this movie because his dad almost like it seems like it's a film noir gumshoe type thing.
His dad is a fucking insane psychopathic inventor.
Oh my god.
Who's bad at it too?
Who, for whatever reason, decided to go to Chinatown to look for a last-minute gift for his son.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And managed to find a demon, a cute demon.
Yeah.
A cute demon at that. A Mogwai. A Mowgli.
Yeah, a Mowgli. Yeah.
Little gizmo.
But
Dude, Gizzy's my favorite character.
Gizzy. So
Gizzy saved the day at the end. I'm just saying.
He ends up
man.
taking. He ends up
No,
taking.
he did.
This,
The light.
did.
Yeah. Keep going.
He ends up taking this this Mogwai back home after paying like $200 for it when he was not supposed to.
Right.
He ends up bringing it home. It's like this special creature, and you have 3 things you're not supposed to do with it.
Ironclad rules.
Ironclad rules. Like Ethan said, broke within the first 12 hours.
Within the first 4, I'd say.
Yeah.
The bright light one was broke within the first 10 seconds of being out the box.
Yes.
Take a picture, and he screams.
Right.
The second one was broke within the first, like, I'd say 2 or 3 hours whenever it was going to bed.
Right.
And then the water one, I'll be honest, that was broken that next morning. So within 8 hours, I'd say. That next morning, that one was broken.
And what are these rules, ladies and gents? Let's go in order.
No, Dylan's the expert. He has to go over them.
I mean, I was going to do one and then...
Oh, we all do it? Okay,
Yeah, it's a
then
sequence.
Ian, you start.
Cannot feed them after midnight. Most important one. I'm going to take it from you guys before you do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm most important.
It's the most important one. Do not absolutely
underneath no circumstances.
Do not feed them after midnight. All right, what's rule number 2? I guess we're going backwards.
Rule number 2 is not to expose them to any form of water.
Don't get them wet, man.
Right.
They don't like that shit.
What is it called? Amoeba?
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
What?
Cross-pollination?
No,
what is it?
no, I legitimately...
Cell division.
Cell division.
No, mitosis. This is what you guys think of.
Oh my
I was
God.
close. Come
We
on.
need to go back to biology class. It took me a while to remember it, too, even though I just literally
Right.
said it out loud whenever it happened. Dude, mitosis is the first thing.
Right.
I said, dude, mitosis, then looked up a picture of mitosis.
Your toes is what?
And I showed it to Dylan, and I was like, yo, this is what happens when you get the gremlins wet. It's just a picture of cell division and mitosis.
Right. That's exactly what happens. They literally just...
in a gruesome way.
He hunches over, and then all of a sudden...
horrific.
Screeches, and then they're hatched right then and there. Within
Would you
say
even call it
45 seconds.
hatched, or...
Yeah, because the way they like their ears like off and they're like all gooey, I'd call it hatched.
I guess you're right.
It's like a fuzzy hatch, though. I don't like
A
it.
fuzzy hatch.
It takes them 45 seconds, and there's more of them.
Fuzzy Hatch is my new jazz group.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Quit making it weird.
And, that's why I'm just gonna move on. That was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they don't get them wet. And then the last rule is they don't like bright lights. They don't like the sun. The sun kills them, and they don't like bright lights. That's rule number 1. So keep them in the dark, kind of, and don't get them wet. And if you feed them after midnight, the entire town burns down, and they murder everyone, including the main antagonist, though, which is kind of fire.
You will have caused a miniature apocalypse.
Honestly, they killed her in such a way. Like, her character did not deserve any more time than she got, and I love that she didn't die at the end like it was a climactic ending. Like, somewhere like halfway
this
through.
Is Deagle.
Halfway through, she's dead, and the movie just moves on without her.
Oh,
and I think that's kind of priceless.
Well, it's perfect. I was gonna say the 3 rules also apply to nerds. So if you have a local,
Oh my God,
if you have a nerd that you take care of, those 3 rules also apply.
If you feed me after midnight, I do turn into a Cthulhian horror.
Right. But only for 8 hours.
Oh, we're
the
talking
word
like
is eldritch.
Yeah, Yogg-Sothoth.
Yogg-Sothoth.
Like no, I like to say Cthulhian horror.
Nyarlathotep.
Yeah.
Grigor.
Nyarlathotep. I like that one. Yeah, no, that's definitely Yogg-Sothoth.
Yeah.
There was another one too, another shuffling horror that was named in the mountain one, like the first book in your
Mountains of Madness.
Yeah, Beneath the Mountains of Madness. There's like one of the was it Yogg-Sothoth? No, there was one of them that was mentioned in that one. That's like a really fun name, but I forgot which one it was.
I don't know. I know there's a really iffy one that we shouldn't say.
Say it.
No.
No. Do it.
No, you'll know if you see it. I'm not gonna repeat it on the air.
Uh-oh. What is that supposed to mean?
Like, I'm not going to fucking tell you. What do you mean?
All right. We can keep
He's going to look it up.
I'm going to look up what the one that I'm talking about is. But
Anyway, yeah. Gremlins is a good movie.
If you feed them after midnight, we nerds turn into Nyarlathotep. So.
Nyarlathotep. Let's go ahead and find these guys.
Don't worry, I'm on it. You guys keep talking.
Okay,
I'm on
cool,
it. Don't
cool,
worry.
cool. Let's see here. Anyways, so
as the rules are broken,
yes,
Gizmo inadvertently gives birth to like 5 new gremlins.
Right.
One of which has a bitchin' ass mohawk that we named Stripe.
I don't know if that's what I would call it. He's the most scary looking one.
Dude, he pulls it off though.
I mean, I guess.
Anyway.
If you want to call it that.
In the Cthulhu mythos, it's a Shoggoth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was it. I think
fine.
Shoggoth.
I like that one.
Interesting.
But
it was terrible and indescribable.
Yeah. The gremlins are like the fucking creatures that are the byproduct of an eldritch being, like, affecting our dimension.
Really?
They're like the fish people of Innsmouth, but not.
But not.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as I was saying, so we have a young boy, and his dad gives him a Christmas present.
Christmas
I was going to say gremlin and Christmas present.
Christmas present. A gremlin present.
Exactly. So I got my words confused. But anyways, so he brings this little creature home, and of course, like we've been saying before, rules are broken. Shit's gone crazy.
As they are meant to be.
Exactly. But as this movie is starting to progress, it is like slowly becoming less of like a fun children's movie, and that kind of vibe like I was talking about with like the Goonies a little bit, and it starts moving into this like kind of like horror thriller film.
Yeah.
And it's like we're kind of
this movie's terrifying.
we're kind of like tiptoeing into some like really unsettling camera angles and some weird things happening.
Dude, Billy's mom.
Oh man,
He's a fucking
okay.
badass.
I said I want to get there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
We will definitely touch on that.
Dude, Billy's mom's a murderer. Did I find what you were talking about? Is that what?
Yeah, that's
it.
Is that? Can I see it?
That's the no. It's just it sounds a lot like a mean word to say it on the air. It's one in the middle. Yeah, it sounds a lot like a mean word to be saying on the air.
Yeah.
But no, I was thinking of Shoggoth, which is it?
Yeah,
I love that one.
Cthulhu is a water-based eldritch god.
Interesting.
Sleeps beneath a lake.
Zoth Amog. These are
But
awesome.
anyways, so as it's kind of like I said, there's like these little elements that are being sprinkled in that are like really unsettling and kind of weird, but it still feels like
Christmas doesn't feel so cheery anymore.
You're right.
I think I was thinking of Yog Sothoth as well. Sorry, you go.
Anyways, so but they're like as we're like kind of experiencing like more of what this kind of creature can do, and it's like kind of interesting. He obviously like
They
splits
get
off
smart
into,
fast.
Yeah, he like splits off into 5 little guys, and they're like kind of causing a ruckus, and each one of them looks a little different, and they all look a little off.
Yeah.
And then there's
It's very
obviously
weird.
Stripe with his badass mohawk.
Yeah, and of course they even say it like he looks like the leader.
Yeah.
And you're like,
he
oh,
leads
man.
the pack, yeah. He also can wield a gun. You learn that later.
Yeah, right. Spoilers. We'll get to that in a minute.
This whole thing is going to be spoilers.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Spoilers, the dog dies. It doesn't. I'm joking. The dog does not die. In fact, I'm going to look up this website.
The dog claps some cheeks, I think, at some point. No, I mean...
He said, no, I mean...
I was like,
Wait.
Man.
Yeah, but then
The
like...
dog does bite someone.
But there is like... There is a doctor at one point, or like a science teacher that ends up like trying to test on some of them.
Dr. Roy Hansen.
Yeah, but they start like... Of course, obviously, they break the rules, and they turn into full-on gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, they're like wreaking havoc all over the place. And I would say they are the physical representation of chaos.
Yeah,
They're just like, I mean, at certain points of it, I get so stressed out just watching them because I'm like, there is just so much
like, oh,
chaotic
stop.
energy. Like they're just trashing things and running around and breaking things. And again, like they're intelligent enough that they're like, cutting brake lines and drilling holes in gas tanks and
rewiring
rewiring lights.
More importantly, they're cutting the battery to his light so that he feeds them after midnight because they're smart enough to know that he knows when midnight is.
Right.
So they cut the thing to his light so he thinks it's 11:30. He gives them food and it was actually like 2 a.m.
Yeah, and they all, of course,
so they got smart fast. And that was within like the first couple hours of them being hatched as well, or first day of them being hatched.
Yeah.
But doesthedogdie.com. No, apparently there's 7 upvotes for yes. No one knows why. The dog does not die. There's 27 upvotes for no. But also says, is there a dead animal? And there's only yeses. 8 of them.
Really?
Do they consider gremlins animals? Because those things die.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing they consider the gremlins the animals. But, I mean,
so,
Gizzy doesn't. Does an animal die? 23 yeses. So an animal of some kind dies, which I'm guessing is the gremlins. It says,
I guess.
Is an animal abused? Yes. Billy's dog is abused. He's tied up outside in Christmas lights.
I mean, I guess.
Someone says, does a horse die? Regrettably, there are no horses in this film. Does he want a horse to die?
Oh my
what?
God.
Excuse me?
Oh, man.
He just wants horses.
But anyways, the point that I'm trying to get to, that I was kind of building up to in this sequence, is there was a point in time where the 5 that were in the house have gone into their chrysalis cocoon phase, and they have busted out. And again, the son Billy is away, and the mom is the only one in the house, and she starts hearing things, and she's like, "Uh-oh, this is a little strange," because she knows that the pods are there, but doesn't know what's going on, and so she, of course, as any like woman in a horror film of some kind does, grabs a knife. And it's like, okay, I mean, yeah, that just kind of feels a little stereotypical at this point.
Sensible at the very least.
And I was like, this woman is about to get killed. Because I was like, I mean, again...
they give it the, like, classic, like, slasher flick build-up.
Exactly.
Yes.
Does a head get squashed? On a few occasions, gremlins' heads are seriously injured or explode in one way or another.
Yes. Well...
do we know?
And then so she is, like, walking around the house with the knife. Hears some commotion in the kitchen and starts, like, going crazy.
Freaking out at the sight of the freaking newly formed gremlin.
Right. And there is one that is getting awfully, like, handsy with a blender or some kind of contraption. And he is like head first in it, eating something, I'm assuming, or whatever.
I think it was like the icing for the gingerbread cookie she was making.
Right. She rounds the corner and bam, hits the on switch. And before you know it, the first gruesome death we've seen happens. And I'm like, what have you signed me up for? What are we watching right here?
Because this guy shots of her walking through the house were the shots that you'd see the killer doing.
Right.
Yes.
She is the slasher.
Yeah, she is the slasher.
Legit,
getting ready to kill.
She's holding this knife like she's going to be the victim, right? And she's holding it like 2 inches from her eye and everything. Like, you think that she's going to get...
As soon as shit starts hitting the fan,
She goes from like 80s slasher first character killed thing to like, no, I'm the serial killer here.
And that's the thing.
I'm not trapped here with you. You're trapped here with me. And then she grinds one up.
Another one of the gremlins is on there and throwing her plates at her. And so she picks up one of those like TV trays you would have like to put your plate on in like your living room or whatever, and like picks up, uses that as a shield, and is like and is like blocking the plates that are shattering it. And she like he finally kind of runs out of plates for a second, and she runs up and
rushes him.
And I believe she shouts. I believe she shouts, "Get out of my house!" and then starts just like stabbing the shit out of him.
And the most gruesome part. This is not a children's movie.
Oh,
the most gruesome part of this.
It's PG though.
Yeah. The most gruesome part is the fact that while she's trying to fight a different one and it's getting away, the one with the mohawk, the leader, you can see the other one that she just stabbed in the background with a knife still in it, twitching.
It's like bleeding out on the counter.
It's like. But she's like, I'm gonna get the other one.
Right. And then so she grabs the knife out of that one and holds it in her hand, and then is able to push the other one into the microwave, and then shuts the door and turns it on and just sits there and watches them. And then all of a sudden, his head explodes. God. And I'm like, what is going on?
In what universe did they think this was suitable for children?
And then at this moment, this is where I realized, like, oh, she's not the victim anymore. This is the bad bitch that's going to get some shit done. Because then she rounds over to the chopping block that has all the knives in it and then grabs the chef's knife out of it and is dual-wielding knives. And I'm like, this bitch is about to go crazy.
That was the moment when she committed her secondary path as a rogue build.
She put extra points into rogue.
She got extra backstab damage at that moment. Yeah.
Right. She can dual wield now.
So, fun fact, this is actually a one that maybe parents would use for doesthedogdie.com. It says, is Santa and, all of that spoiled?
Yeah.
and it says 37 yeses, right?
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
1 no, which is hilarious. Someone wasn't paying attention. And it says, in an infamous scene, a girl describes in great detail how she found out Santa wasn't real, among other things.
Wow.
Among other
Oh my
things.
god,
Way
I
to
forgot about that whole
summarize.
sequence.
That whole sequence, she describes
Cowabummer.
Cowabummer, bro.
Bummer,
Found
dude.
out all that, but also how Santa's not real. And she says that's how Santa's not real. So yes, it's spoiled. But also, I like this.
Wow.
Does someone
In the-
fall to their death? Yes. Mrs. Deagle is launched out of her house through a window.
Good.
It's played off as comedic relief.
Fuck
though.
that.
Can we talk about that for a second?
That's what a weird way of like. Right
I
before
would
the
say-
ending,
Extravagant.
like
I would say
yeah.
besides the Gremlins, she is like the main antagonist of the film. And then
Oh,
she
sorry, Deagle, yeah.
Actively threatens
Deagle.
to kill Billy's dog.
Yes, and is an actual bitch of the community. Like actually.
Is there gun violence? The Gremlins frequently use guns, but nobody's shot on screen. Well, besides a gremlin cheating in a game of poker.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Damn.
Oh man.
But then Mrs. Deagle has like one of those like elevator lifts that goes around like her spiral staircase in her
They
fancy
hot-wired
home.
that shit.
They hotwire and she hops on. Is like there because again, and she gets scared because she was gonna. They're caroling outside her house, and she was gonna like throw water on them, like
The
to kind of
fucking
be.
Gremlins
Which,
are
if she
caroling.
would have thrown
Yes.
water on them, that would have been horrible.
Right.
More of them.
But then it's almost as if she had some sort of premonition, like some sort of dream this was gonna happen, because she's like
she
they're here
knows
for
how
me.
fucking evil she is.
They're like they're here for me. I know they are. Like I'm not ready yet. Like
I think
as
she
if.
just knew that eventually the demons would come for her because she's an evil bitch.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
I think
It's
she
like
just
she had
knew.
some, but then she
The
got in her-
Gremlins look like demons enough that she's like, they're finally here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is a weird scene in this movie, but also it does happen.
Of course, she got in her
I
chair.
always try to give people who act that way the benefit of the doubt. Oh, maybe they just don't know they're being an asshole. But no, this bitch knew.
Oh yeah, no, she knew. She's cutting in line all the time.
full
So-
well.
talk about she's gonna torture this man's dog. She
Right.
was a horrible person. She knew it too.
But anyways, gets in
Maybe
her
they
little-
don't know they're being an asshole.
Yeah.
No,
gets
they
in her,
do.
her elevator chair, smashes the button, and it goes full blast all the way up the spiral staircase.
Oh yeah.
And she has
And
such
then-
a long staircase that she's really able to get some momentum going.
Oh yeah.
taking the
and then-
express.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, taking the
She
express.
was definitely in the fast lane straight to hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The highway to hell.
And
if you
hell
will.
was actually the top of the staircase.
Yeah,
and
top
then
of the
through
staircase
the window.
and then out the window, and you don't see her die, but you just see her legs sticking in the air in the snow, and you know she's dead.
Yeah.
yeah.
This movie shows no death among people, but you know that they died. For
oh
instance,
yeah. Implied
that-
death is
that,
a real thing.
Mhm.
That what's it called? This isn't Game of Thrones. They don't have to die on screen for them to die.
Yeah.
In this movie, they die off screen. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of that the guy who knew the Gremlins were fake but who was super xenophobic? Yeah, him. He died. Him and his wife died off.
Oh yeah, the Gremlins
sad.
took control of his fucking
plow. That was it. His freaking
and
snow
ran
plow.
him over.
And just
Yeah.
squished him in his own house. But
Damn,
in that
dude.
moment, he knew that even though he was being super xenophobic, he was right. The Gremlins were real, and they were messing up his stuff,
You're right.
which is hilarious.
You know what? Something I just realized about this movie is that it is scarily similar to the events that unfold in Resident Evil 2
Oh, really?
with the Raccoon City.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Not
don't-
like
I
haven't
not like
played.
beat for beat, but I mean it's like the same scenario.
One might
An
be
outbreak of some sort happens in a small town.
one
and
might be
it's-
based on the other.
Yeah. Well, the only difference is that people survive and the town doesn't get nuked afterwards.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, tomato, tomato, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they blew up a theater. It's close enough.
Right.
Oh man,
That was the right amount of chaos I was looking for.
dude, chaos. Oh man,
Dude.
he blew up an entire theater to kill all of them except for good old Red Beard,
Stripe.
Whitebeard. Sorry, I called
Good
him
old
Whitebeard.
Red
His name's
Beard.
Stripe,
Oh
but
my
I called him
God.
Whitebeard. He doesn't have a beard. I don't know why I called him that, but
or a
Yeah.
mustache.
he doesn't have anything. He just had a mohawk, and I called him Whitebeard. But he held a gun and kept saying "Die, Billy." It was, it was terrifying.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
wow.
Christmas.
There is
Oh,
one
man.
scene in particular that actually kind of gave me like the chills a little bit, just because it was a little weird. Is
The Gremlin TV scene.
no that
That was creepy.
that's pretty
That
good.
was a good one.
It's whenever
That was
it's the initial scene whenever the mom is in the house alone and
Oh,
all the
yeah.
eggs are hatched. There's like a little bit of a commotion, and someone turns on a record downstairs,
yeah.
and it's just distant enough. and just eerie.
outside
No,
frightful.
the first thing that you hear is the lyrics. Do you hear what?
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly.
hear?" And it's just distant enough.
Oh,
and she's
man.
in the house alone
Yeah,
with a
she's-
knife, and you're like, oh damn, this is creepy. Way to make something nice and wholesome really terrifying.
Weather outside's fucking scary, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, the weather outside's gonna kill you. The
mighty-
weather outside has a gun. Be careful.
Yeah.
Like,
The weather outside has a vendetta against
yeah,
you.
right? And does not like Billy either. Whew.
Right.
Oh man.
Mm.
Yeah. But
So I don't. I mean, I wouldn't show my kids this movie, but I'd watch it around the holidays if you're trying to get your spook in. If you missed Halloween, you know, but you want to get your spook in, you know, have some nog.
Have some
watch
nog,
this.
get a little spook.
Yeah.
Watch Billy just absolutely just slay it with his girl.
Oh man,
you know she was impressed. He took a crossbow bolt to the bicep, bro. You know she's impressed.
Yeah, you want to talk about some?
It came out.
Yeah, he just flexed and it popped right out. Yeah, it was awesome. It was very Duke Nukem of him. Yeah.
Shared trauma between
the
lovers.
Exactly. That relationship might not last, but you know what they've got now is great.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh man.
The inevitable scene in that shopping mall is pretty crazy too, where like I think it's a really good climax for the movie, where it's like there's like honestly, like, we can get to that now real quick. Ending of the movie, probably the best.
Yeah,
it's great.
Probably among the best. And the reason why is because I made the joke that if Billy was able to kill Whitebeard,
right.
And then I was going to argue that the ending was better than Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Because Jon Snow totally should have fought the White King, or the Night King, sorry.
Yeah.
He should have. You know, no matter if you agree or disagree, that's beside the point. Different show, different series, right? But I'm just saying he should have. And so in this, I was about to be like, I swear to God, if he takes this bat and he fights his nemesis, this thing's going to end better than Game of Thrones.
They end up in a fucking chainsaw clash.
Dude, I know, right?
Like it's fucking Gears of War.
Like, legitimately, I was more proud of Billy than Jon Snow at that moment. So I was gonna say that, but then I realized that Gizmo hops out the bag and gets in a Rari.
Oh, yeah,
bro, he's got a Glock in his Rari, bro, and he's driving. He's like, he's pulling his whip around, right? He's about to pull out the 9 and execute Whitebeard because he knows he's the enemy here. Right. And I was like, you know what? If Gizmo's the one to kill Stripe, then it'll be even better of an ending. And I'm gonna tell you. He ramps his Rari off of a freaking shovel, ramps it, hits the wall, and instead of getting a concussion and dying, he says bright light, and then pulls the thing, which opens the sunroof, letting the sun in, like melting, absolutely melting alive the nemesis in the most epic way possible. Yeah. And I was like,
terrifying.
Bruh, Gizzy just freaking lit that guy up, bro.
Yeah, literally.
And somehow also didn't die. That's also the best part.
Motherfucker got right in.
And Gizmo does not die.
And there was a revolver, and only 5 shots were used.
I was counting, by the way. 5 out of the 6 shots were fired. I thought they were gonna do all 6 and have a click scene. No, it was 5 out of 6 shots. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah,
right.
I was counting. I was holding the numbers up. I was like, we're at 4. Oh, he shot Gizmo. We're at 5. Well, he tried to shoot, so he missed. The ending, it was a Christmas movie, so it's got to have a happy ending, right? That's one of the few times that, you got to give me a sort of happy ending, right? I mean, the whole town burned down. The cinema blew up, right?
Yeah. And for all we know...
It's already bittersweet.
They don't have much going for
them. And hear
one
me
couple
out.
that was innocent died, at least.
Hear me out. There was a point in time when there was mass hysteria in the streets, and people were running with them on their backs. And there were people everywhere running.
Hundreds died.
And what I'm saying is, and then very soon after that, there was a very eerie version of Silent Night playing in the background amongst an empty city.
Yeah, everyone died and was eaten by the gremlins.
Right.
Everybody.
Except for the radio man and, of course, the
as far
anchors.
as
Rockin' Ricky.
Yeah.
Rockin' Ricky.
He's like, I'm still back on the radio.
Yeah.
As far as... the bittersweet ending, this could have ended with them being able to keep Gizmo, and I still would have been happy. But the bittersweet ending where Gizmo gets taken by Chinese grandpa, and he's like, you might just be ready, and he just said, dude, whenever he's like, bye Billy, and the box is closing, he opens the box like he wants to say something to you, bye Billy, and just closes the box on his head again. If he had anything else to say, he was just like, that's enough of that. All right, he said bye. You might be ready one day, and then he leaves, and then. Yeah. Then the freaking gremlin, Gizmo's like, bye, woof, woof. I almost cried. He called the dog woof, woof. I love it. So,
nice.
But him being taken away, it's like a bittersweet, sad ending, Like, he gets the girl, but, like, he loses Gizmo. Honestly, I'd rather have Gizmo. Sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. I'd rather have Gizmo.
I ain't giving up my Gizmo.
Exactly.
Giving him my Gizmo.
He's a lot of responsibility, but so is a girlfriend. So, when it comes down to it...
That sounds like a euphemism for something.
What?
I ain't giving him my Gizmo.
I ain't giving him
God.
Oh, no, you can take my guns. You can't take my Gizmo. Oh, man.
You heard it here first, folks.
You can take my guns, but you can't take my Gizmo.
Damn.
But yeah, so honestly though, that's
okay. Ending. That's where Gremlins 2 comes in. Right?
Yes.
Is it actually a good movie?
Timlin's Gru.
I'd say it's
Listen, every sequel, it doesn't have to be as much of a banger as the first. Chud 2, I don't hold it to the standard of Chud.
It'll be fun to watch.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to get to that real quick. And the early in the movie, there's a scene where continually, every time someone enters the house, one of the swords on the wall keeps falling off the wall.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
they drew more attention to this than in Chud. In Chud,
is a certified Chud moment.
yeah, I was going to get to that later. But this is a certified Chud classic. But in Chud, there's just a sword on the wall. And they don't even bring attention to it. But you just know that better be used. And the fact of the matter is it's used, and I'm happy. If Chud didn't use it, it wouldn't have felt out of place because they never mentioned that it was there. But it's like, if you're going to put a sword on the wall, you better use it. In this movie, they bring a lot of attention to it. There are 2 swords on a wall with like a bandana or something, like a rope in front of them.
Yeah.
And every time someone closes the door, the sword falls off the wall and has to put it back on. And then the dad closes the door, sword falls off the wall. They're bringing attention to it. And I was like, jokingly, because I thought this was a kid's movie and there wasn't going to be murder in it, jokingly, I said, they better use that sword to absolutely murk some gremlins.
Yeah.
Even though Gizmo's cute, and I was like, still.
Right.
And before the end of the movie, that sword is taken off the wall to execute at least one gremlin. And he keeps it with him. Now, he doesn't end up using it a second time, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
And we, at that moment, when the sword falls off the wall, all of us were like, this is a certified Chud moment.
Oh, yeah.
There's a sword on the wall. Anytime we see a weapon in a movie, if it's used, certified Chud moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, Gremlins 2 is called The New Batch.
I hate. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I had to remember what that was called.
Both actors for Billy and Kate make a reappearance.
Oh, really?
That's yeah. And actually, Christopher Lee is in this movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember that.
I don't know who this is, actually.
Christopher Lee is Count Dooku.
Oh, nice.
Saruman, yeah.
Oh, man.
Also, it looks like the guy who played Murray is in the movie, so maybe he makes like a reappearance. Maybe they didn't actually die on film.
Oh my God! Wait,
or his ghost from Christmas Past comes back.
Does the same gremlin with the mohawk come back in Gremlins 2?
I don't know.
Is there a gremlin with tits in Gremlins 2? What is this?
Oh God!
Yes, there is. That's actually the one that I was looking for in this movie.
I'm gonna not spoil myself because I just looked up the word and I found that. That's
we'll save that for later.
We'll save that for later.
I'm mortified, but
not that way. Also, this movie is actually considered a PG-13 movie.
I'm very surprised that there were no F-bombs, but there was a lot of...
Gremlins 2 is considered PG-13, whereas the first one is considered PG. But the funny thing is that whereas Gremlins is in a horror and comedy category, the second one says that it is fantasy and comedy. So it does not have a horror element, supposedly. Or if it is, it's not as strong as the first one. Wow. Supposedly.
I'm going to have to rewatch that. I'm not remembering any of these.
But anyways, yeah. I thought it was a really funny movie.
Go watch
really good.
Gamlins.
Go watch
honestly.
Gurren Nimblin.
Gurren La Gimlins.
Gurren La Gimlins. This movie.
What?
Yeah.
It's a movie. Yeah,
it's a movie. It's great. You should watch it.
Oh man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not. This is not for a Christmas episode. This was gonna be wholesome. There was murder. There was gremlin murder.
I saw some blood.
I saw a gremlin get grinded.
Tisn't the season.
Absolutely grinded. Tis the freaking season.
Tis the season to freaking.
Tis the season for metal, bro.
Smoke a guy.
Honestly.
On a freaking bat.
So, it's like I could put in my top 5 movies, but it's good.
Right.
Yeah, it's good.
Describe this word in 3 words.
In 3 movies. Describe this word in 3 movies. Okay, Alien versus Predator, and Predator. Okay.
Damn.
Just brought all 3 of them together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the ones I could think of.
Describe this movie in 3 words.
Describe this movie in 3 words. Let's pick yours. I've been holding my breath this whole time. Dylan, your 3 words.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, you said in 3 words you had it.
Let's see.
You said you had it. You said you would remember.
No, I said I had a title for the episode.
No, I thought you said you had it in 3 words. I was I was waiting to
see.
Oh, well.
Chaotic slime beasts.
Wet squelching stops.
Oh God.
Wet squelching stops.
Yeah, because then there's like more of them.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh
wow. Okay, Ian, do you have 3?
I just can't.
You can't give it. Do you have 3?
Swimming pool massacre.
Okay. Okay. 9mm goblin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. That's
no. That's 2. 9mm is 1. I'll give you 1 for 9mm. What's another word?
Oh no, I like 9mm goblin.
Oh, 9mm goblin.
I mean, I could do like, was it 9mm goblin death? But I mean, at the same time, 9mm goblin works better.
Right.
I mean, honestly, or I could do like revolver goblin mayhem.
Yeah,
he has a revolver actually.
Yeah.
Oh man, who's everyone's favorite character? Mine was Billy's girlfriend.
Right. Christmas xenomorph party.
Nice.
It's a good one.
Favorite character?
Favorite character.
It can't. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Gizmo's the main character. You shouldn't pick him, but you can if you have to.
Stripe.
No,
Wow.
Stripe's too creepy.
Wow,
Like,
really? I thought I would be scared of Stripe.
Dude.
Stripe's
scared
pretty
of
badass.
Stripe.
Skateboard chainsaw gremlin.
Skateboard chainsaw gremlin. That's a good one.
All right, you can have Stripe. He's a good character. You can have him. I'm gonna still pick my character, but
Man, I don't even.
if you pick Deagle, I'm gonna walk off the podcast right now.
No, I think Murray.
Which one's Murray?
Which is the guy with the tractor? Old drunk
Oh
guy.
yeah, the drunk crazy guy. Yeah. I thought you were gonna pick the scientist. I was like, yeah, he's cool too. But he's a liar. He said that needle wasn't gonna hurt when he stabbed a gremlin.
Right. Well, I mean, that's all doctors at some point.
No, nope. No one in my profession lies about the
No,
needles.
you're thinking
Okay?
of Roy.
Roy. Yeah.
Yeah, no one in my profession lies about needles. I
I'm
say this
thinking
is gonna
about
hurt
Miller.
and I stab them.
Right. This is gonna hurt, bitch.
Yeah, wait, I mean, you may as well. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
My Ray's no liar. Okay,
He's also not quite a doctor. He's a
scientist.
high school science teacher or whatever.
He was playing with blood. I thought he was an actual doctor. What a nerd. What a liar.
I don't think so.
Well, either way.
How he basically brought this dangerous creature to like his school professor.
I mean,
Like,
listen.
"Hey,
Whenever
doc,
you
could
were
take a
in,
look at this?"
whenever you were like a freshman or sophomore in high school, what better would you have thought of, huh?
I don't know,
Also,
maybe.
this is also the 80s, so probably the most classified person would probably be that guy, to be honest.
Right.
Logistically, you're supposed to go to your people at your school for everything. The problem is you can't do that because you just get in trouble. But that's not the point.
Yeah.
In the 80s, you actually could because everything about the 80s makes me think that this is safe.
It was a wild wasteland from what I've been told.
Especially
A dystopian hellscape.
no, we're living in that now.
Right. Yeah.
No, especially Stranger Things. Stranger Things really romanticized the 80s.
Oh, of course it does.
Oh man,
It romanticized. I think all movies romanticize the 80s a little too much sometimes.
but honestly, the fact that there were so many badass films set in the 80s means that it has to have been at least half decent.
At the very least.
At the very least. And high school sounds wild. Have you seen The Breakfast Club, bro?
Yeah.
I just feel like you can get away
Sign
with
me
anything
up.
in the 80s.
You could. Yeah, that's why it sounds great.
You're just walking around smoking indoors. No one's
Yeah.
going to say anything.
I mean, exactly.
Right.
People don't say anything. Really
You punch a guy in the
anymore.
face at a police station, you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's whatever.
Wait. Did he deserve it? That's what they're gonna ask.
Right.
Because
But
like,
what
in those-
happened though?
If you see in movies where it's like now it's like, did he punch first? All they care about. Back in the 80s, it seems like these movies are like, oh, but was he an asshole? Like, did he deserve a good face punching? Because if he did, you're off the hook.
Oh, you talking about Paul? Yeah, definitely.
Talking about asshole Paul?
Yeah,
Did you punch in the face? He's a drunk. He deserves
Was
it.
it Greg? Yeah, I bet it was Greg.
Yeah, it was Greg. Listen, but in the cops, they openly punch people too. So they're like, was it Greg? If you didn't punch him, I would have. Get out of here, kid. Don't do it again. Don't go swinging now.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you want to smoke?
I'll call your mom. Take the cigarette and bring it to your mom. All right.
She's gonna need it.
And they had TVs in the kitchen at the time as well.
Right.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
oh god, what a wasteland.
Anyways, what was your? It was a hellscape. I just love how none of us were born in the 80s. We're all romanticizing it like we were there.
Exactly. I just like also that anybody born in the 80s is like, these kids don't even get it. Because at the same time,
Oh,
that's like people like that's like a teenager saying that they wish they were in high school in like 2010. Us saying, oh, we wish we were in the 80s is like a kid today saying they wish they were in the 2000s in high school.
Oh my god,
It's not that great.
it makes me sick a little
Exactly.
inside.
And that's what our parents feel like. So for all you people out there who went to high school in the 80s, don't worry. We're not we know what we're doing. We know we sound like a bunch of Zoomers out here.
I fucking hate that I'm just now starting to feel like
starting
the
to-
generational gap.
You're starting to feel
right.
it. This Gen Z, they're
The fact that like
awful.
the crazy thing is like it is
They're
now
TikToks.
it is now 2021. So the fact that what we got here,
No, he's doing math now. We're doing math.
How old am I, Ian?
no, I'm saying
You had to figure that out the other day yourself.
I know. Shut up.
no, what I'm
I
saying
had the
is,
realization.
I'm saying I remember things that happened in like 2003.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have some pretty good memories like established of like 2003 and 4 for
Oh
me.
man, it was a different life back then.
And yes, and what I'm saying
I was so young, I barely remember. But that's not the point.
and so what I was saying was that they're the kids that were born then are now like 18 and like
Able to do things.
graduating high school now. It's
Yeah.
like crazy
Oh,
to think about
man.
that.
in the next 10 years, people are going to be like, man, I wish I graduated in 2014 or 2015.
Right.
I bet it was so cool. And I'm going to be sitting here like, I did.
Geez.
It's not all it's cracked up to be, right?
Sucked.
Right. Oh, anyways, what was your favorite character, Ethan?
I already said it. It was Blaze's girlfriend. It was his favorite character.
Right.
Yours was Stripe, and yours was the guy. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
That's the end of the episode.
I thought you were done. Anyways,
we remembered.
I got you now.
Oh man.
Anyways,
Yeah.
what a fun time.
What a good movie.
What
Watch it for the holidays.
What a
One
scary
for the whole family.
What a scary movie. Do you hear what I hear?
No, shut up. I don't want to.
Die.
I don't want to hear what you're hearing.
Just hear gremlins around. I just want to go ahead and end the episode with this. Well, that's the story. So the next time your air conditioner goes on the fritz, or your washing machine blows up, or your video recorder conks out, before you call a repairman, turn off all the lights, check all the closets and cupboards, and look under all the beds, because you never can tell. There just might be a gremlin in your house.
That is going to traumatize a kid.
That
if
right
you
there.
Show it to them at the right age.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
That is the last line from the father character who started the movie and is now finishing the movie as if he's like telling and regaling the story.
Narration.
And I just love I love that last line.
Honestly, that's a good ending to the movie.
There just might be a gremlin in your house.
Mm-hmm.
There could be. I think there is, actually.
Possibly. Who knows?
I'm hearing bumps at the night.
Anyways, you guys want anything else to this episode?
No, I think that was it.
Yeah, I'm good.
What an anticlimactic ending. We're all just chilling here like, yeah, gremlins.
What a vibe.
What a vibe.
Anyways.
Just be sure to pour some sun on them.
Yeah.
If you're trying to kill them.
Pour a nice glass of sun.
Yeah, a nice glass. Because if you pour a glass of anything other than sun, you're done.
Right. Okay, well, if you're looking for us, you can find us. Just type in The Aftermath on all the good podcatching platforms and podcasting outlets that you attend and you hang out around. We have a link tree as well, /Ian Wolf, and you can find us there. Talk to us, send us some recommendations.
Send me memes.
Send me memes, please. Just all I want to. That's all Ethan wants to hear.
Send me illegal memes. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some more Christmassy episodes if we can think of some different stuff. But until next time, thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.